You like someone a lot. It's not just a casual crush or a fleeting moment of interest, it's the kind of feeling that lingers, weaving itself into your thoughts when you least expect it. But lately, it seems as if they don't notice you the same way. You can't help but wonder if they're avoiding you on purpose, pulling away in ways that feel too intentional to ignore. Something deep down tells you there's more to the story. Maybe they think you're still upset with them about something that happened in the past, and because neither of you has brought it up, the misunderstanding has quietly grown roots. The truth is, you did stop talking to them for a while, yes, because you were hurt, but that silence was never meant to be permanent. Somewhere along the way, they might have taken your quietness as a sign that you no longer cared. They may have convinced themselves that your feelings have faded, when in reality, you still like them just as much as before. Maybe even more. And now, between you, there's this invisible wall, one you both helped build without meaning to. Each of you assumed the other didn't care, and with every day that passed without speaking, the wall only grew higher and stronger. It's hard when someone you care about doesn't seem to care back, at least not in the way you wish they did. You find yourself longing for a sign, anything, that they still feel something for you. A look, a word, even the smallest gesture would be enough. But neither of you makes the first move, and so the silence remains heavy and unbroken. It's like you're standing on opposite sides of a locked door, each waiting for the other to knock first. You've probably asked yourself a dozen times, how do you break through this? How do you let them know you still like them without sounding like you're blaming them for the distance? The answer, though simple, is not always easy. You talk to them. You speak from the heart. You tell them what you truly feel. You strip away the fear of rejection long enough to be honest, and you leave space for them to respond in their own truth. There's always the chance they might be feeling exactly the same way, quietly wishing for a moment to bridge the gap but not knowing how to take the first step. This is your sign to try. Talking is the only way to know for sure. It might feel risky, but it could also be the moment that changes everything. Imagine the possibility of breaking down that wall brick by brick, until nothing stands between you anymore. Imagine finding your way back to the connection you once had. And here's the thing, massive changes are already brewing beneath the surface. Whether you can see it yet or not, they are realizing something important: they could never replace you. No matter who they meet or what new experiences they have, nothing compares to the way you made them feel. They've been carrying the weight of their own regrets, quietly feeling guilty for projecting their fears and insecurities onto you. Deep down, they admire that through every hardship and misunderstanding, you never turned cold, bitter, or selfish. You remained grounded. You held on to your values. You stayed true to who you are. That loyalty, that unwavering authenticity, it's rare. They see now that your presence was never ordinary. Your absence has forced them to notice the quiet spaces where your voice used to be, the moments that feel incomplete without your energy. And as much as they may have tried to distract themselves or move on, there's a part of them that keeps circling back to you. They're beginning to understand something profound: your love isn't just surface-level affection. It has a way of healing, of reaching into the deeper parts of someone's heart and making them feel seen, safe, and valued. It's not just emotional, it's almost spiritual in the way it touches them. They're realizing they've never felt that with anyone else. And the more they think about it, the more they know they don't want to lose it forever. You may not have heard these words from them yet, but the shift is happening. They are weighing their decisions carefully, considering every fact, and trusting something beyond themselves, a kind of inner guidance, to help them choose what's right. Somewhere inside, they're hoping for a chance to make things right, to bring balance back into your connection. In their own quiet way, they're beginning to trust that if they reach out, you won't shut them out. They're starting to believe that the bond you share is worth protecting, worth fighting for. Your absence hasn't just made them miss you, it's made them realize how vital your presence is to their life. And when they think about the moments you shared, they remember the way your kindness could calm a storm, the way your laughter could dissolve tension, the way your love made them feel like they were enough. This silence between you doesn't have to last forever. Walls can be torn down. Misunderstandings can be untangled. And sometimes, the person you've been waiting for is just as ready to see you again as you are to see them. The next step is the hardest, but it's also the most important. Speak your truth. Be gentle, be real, and be open. Because once the first words are spoken, the wall that's been standing between you for so long might finally start to crumble. And on the other side, you might find that the person you've been missing has been missing you just as much. I feel like I've truly met my match in you. From the very beginning, there was something undeniable about the connection we shared, something rare and powerful. Your sense of humor, your energy, your presence, it all captivated me in a way I never expected. You carry yourself with such confidence and authenticity, and it's impossible not to be drawn to you. When you were by my side, life felt brighter, more meaningful, and filled with joy. There was a spark, a lightness, a sense of purpose that made everything feel right. I felt more alive than I ever had before, and that's something I will never forget. You have a magnetic pull over me, something beyond logic or explanation. I'm not just attracted to you physically, I'm deeply moved by your energy, your soul, your essence. There's a depth to your presence that makes me feel seen, understood, and held, even from a distance. I can feel your emotional and sensual desires reaching me in ways words can't fully express. What I feel for you, and what I've felt since the beginning, is a force that no other relationship has ever come close to. This bond is unique, sacred even, and it's my greatest desire to experience a life of love with you by my side. You are such a beautifully creative and inspiring person. Your mind, your ideas, the way you express yourself, it leaves me in awe. But beyond that, what amazes me the most is your strength. I've seen how much you've grown, how committed you are to becoming your best self. You've faced your battles with grace, patience, and compassion. You've overcome things that would have broken others, and yet you've remained gentle, kind, and full of heart. You never let the hardships of life rob you of your warmth. That resilience, that light you carry, is something I admire deeply. You're the kind of person this world needs more of, loving, grounded, and true to yourself. I love the way you chase after what you want with passion and clarity. You move with purpose, and you don't shy away from being vulnerable, honest, and real. Those qualities are so rare and so beautiful. You truly are the partner I've always dreamed of, someone who not only understands me but challenges me, inspires me, and supports me in ways I didn't even know I needed. Knowing you this intimately is such a blessing. To experience you, to witness your heart, your thoughts, your growth, that's a gift I cherish more than I can put into words. And now, I see so clearly that you deserve your rightful place in my life. I no longer want you to feel like an option or an afterthought. You're not someone I could ever replace or overlook. I've realized just how rare it is to meet someone like you, someone so loyal, committed, and soft-hearted in a world that often lacks those very things. I want to build with you. I want to grow with you. I want to make lifelong memories with you, memories rooted in love, honesty, and shared purpose. The truth is, I've been protecting you from the parts of me that I'm still working on. I've been healing, growing, and trying to understand myself more deeply. I trust you completely, it's myself I've had difficulty trusting. I've had moments of doubt, of fear, of insecurity, and I didn't want to bring those lower vibrations into something so sacred. But I want you to know, I'm working through it. I'm not running from the work. I'm facing myself, because you're worth that effort. We're worth that effort. I'll be reaching out to you soon. I don't know how you'll respond, and I understand if you have your own reservations. But I admire your strength so much that, at times, it has intimidated me. You hold yourself in such a powerful way that it forces me to level up, to face the parts of me I've tried to avoid. And that's a good thing. It's what love should do. You've made me want to be better, not just for you, but for myself. My soul had a choice. There were two paths I could take to get to you, and I chose the longer, more difficult one. Not because I didn't want you, but because I knew I had to be ready for you. I needed to arrive as my whole self, not a fractured version of me. And even though we've been apart, even though time has passed, nothing has weakened the bond one feel with you. Time and distance don't scare me. What we have isn't defined by clocks or calendars. I believe in us. I believe in this connection. No matter what happens, I will always think of you with love. I will always return to you, in heart, in thought, in spirit, because you are home to me. And if you still feel the same, if your heart is still open, I hope we can find our way back to each other and begin again, stronger and more aligned than ever before.